So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. And a very special day it is. It's a Monday. That means my partner this morning from Americans for Prosperity, AFP, Angel Perley is in the house. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Yes,
so
Monday
good
it is.
to
I
me.
feel it. It is Monday.
Every other day.
It is Monday for sure.
Oh, show. All right, let's take our sponsors.
All right, let's thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Fox Perley Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, the Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors.
Ooh, that is a mouthful. Thank you.
On a Monday.
Ooh, fabulous 13.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
There we go. Also, let's see, we're on to the 14th day already. Do you realize we're getting sandwiched in the middle of April? Isn't that crazy to think?
Oh, my.
I know. Big weekend. I want to kind of go over real quick. First of all, let's go over the week. You had a big, I guess you could say, gathering for all of the AFPs.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going over the weekend.
Well, we're going to hit the weekend. I just realized
Okay.
before that, prior to that, I just realized
Okay, I'm like, hang on.
Well, we did. Yeah, we did have a gathering. We did
Yeah.
have several gatherings over the weekend, but
It was a very big week last week. We got everybody from the organization underneath our umbrellas. We had AFP there, Americans for Prosperity. We had the Libre Initiative, and we had CBA, Concerned Veterans for America. We do not have a Libre branch or a CBA branch here in Indiana, but it was cool because they do have them throughout the other states. And we all got together in one big arena, and we talked about all the things. We talked about our successes, things we got to do better. We got 2025 coming up. We got 2026 coming up. What do we need to do to prepare? And it was a great time, very fulfilled. Usually when we have those all staff retreats, it's a good time to see everybody from the states that you've known over the years, and being able to connect with them, being able to connect with people from other offices that are doing the same kind of type of work that you are doing, and maybe knowledge share and be able to have those conversations. What's working, what's not working, what avenues are you trying that are different? So yeah, it was a great, successful retreat. It was very busy, very packed, but we did it.
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like whenever they have retreats like this, because I know we have the NAB, and it's all of our broadcasters coming together. Do you feel like, and what you said, what's working and what's not working, isn't that just so awesome to hear? I mean, other states, even though they're in a total different state, can be similarities as far as issues or problems or positives or
we're pretty close knit, so there are hundreds of us, right? So it's kind of hard to be able to connect with all of them.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get all of the states.
No.
Did you you should have spoke to everyone from each state.
600-700 people that were there. I did not get that opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity missed.
The cool thing is the organization is really good about making sure that if something is successful and it is working, to make sure they do share it across the network. So you kind of know, hey, I want to connect with that person when we see them because I want to ask them about this or I want to ask them about that. And like I said, it's fun to see what people are up to now. I started with the organization going on 10 years. And so there are people that are still here from when I started as well, and kind of seeing where they're at now, because the role that I currently hold is very different than, what it was whenever I got hired on. So, and it's always just changing, and you just got to kind of follow that dot and, just innovate.
Well, I think this is a different one because now there's from, we got a different leader, different policies, different, maybe things that are being brought up, changes and stuff. So it was probably exciting to see some of the different where we're
Yeah,
at.
I
Some of
mean,
the
in so many different states have so many just different state legislators. So, like, we have a part-time session right here in Indiana. So we're currently, right here in the thick of it with it. So, and some people have full time. Some people are working that state legislator all year round. It's just different. I mean, every state is just so unique in that aspect, and it was funny to hear some of the policy fights that other states had won that our state's working on, and vice versa. So it's just a very unique experience. But we're all fighting for the same thing, and that's freedom.
There we go. All right, wonderful. Well, that was exciting, and then of course that was last week, and then of course over the weekend, I want to give a shout out to Walmart. And this is really cool. It actually started in Seymour, Indiana, and I think it was started by. I'll get Brad to tell me a little bit more on Wednesday. It was actually started by the Walmart truck drivers, and the drivers started to give back to some of the different people in different communities. And there was a little girl named Ray, and she had some difficulties, and she came Saturday, and they all celebrated her, and she loves Minnie Mouse. They got her a Minnie Mouse car, and all was good, and celebrated her and made over the family. And WSLM, we were excited. We got to give her some Holiday World tickets. So and then the mayor came, and he actually made her, I believe, assistant mayor for the day. So that was pretty cool.
Big job, role.
Big role, big fun. And so hats off to all of those at Walmart to putting that together. A lot of work behind that, but definitely a fun event for sure. So also, Salem Speedway kicked off their season, and racing season has begun, and had beautiful weekend for that, and good weather. A little chilly, but
that wind was showing its presence.
Yeah,
a little bit too
I
much.
wonder if that gives them like a little more, the need for speed, and give it. And that, like, if it was going with you, it depends on, I guess, which way the wind was blowing, right? If it was going with you, then your maybe your speeds were a little bit up higher, I guess. But fighting that wind, yeah, that was a little bit different.
Yeah.
So also Louisville Bats full swing going on, the Reds full swing. Let's see here, a lot of the spring sports over at the school, at Salem School Corporation. The new paint for the tennis courts are getting finished, and they had to put that on hold through the winter, but they're getting that done. Also today, you'll notice that the street is closed right there in front of the school due to they're delivering the press box, which is going to be exciting. So been waiting for that. So that's going to be to get a new press box.
Yep, I went way out of my way. I did not realize how short of a little length that was going to be.
Yeah.
Because so I went a little out of the way to drop off my kid at school today, but that's okay.
So excitement going on. So 'tis the season. Also, we've got some beautiful tulips around the community, looking beautiful. Spring flowers. Spring is springing, and
we need spring to spring.
This was Palm Sunday.
Summer to summer. We need
yesterday was Palm Sunday, and Easter next Sunday.
Was, which like that crept up really quick.
But actually, Easter's a little later this year, so it's going to be. Yeah, so it's funny to hear everybody talk about the price of eggs.
So I think it's a little later. Okay, it's a little later to my understanding than what it has been in the past years. But it's not later for what a normal Easter, or normal in parentheses, right? Like what's normal, but like what a regular Easter was supposed to look like. Like Easter was always, I thought, was supposed to be like mid to late April. Question mark.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know. Usually it's earlier though, because they've had it in March.
Yeah. But it was my understanding that was
the odd. This is more normal. This is normal. Oh wow.
Easter.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. I don't know. I don't know the answers on that, but I do think that it's like you said, it's coming up quickly.
Yeah. So, either way, you can put it in May. It'll be here quickly.
It'll be here before we know it,
so
right?
Quick. So, yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. The bunny is
he's a hopping.
The bunny needs to start hopping. I'm gonna say that.
He needs to get on, start hopping. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, so that'll be that's awesome. And so let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. West Washington did a successful play The Little Mermaid, wonderful play over the weekend. Hats off to all of them. And Kayla does a fantastic job in her crew over there.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic. That's a good one.
It is. Awesome. All right. So onward ho we go. And a big week we do have. So exciting going on this week. We'll have a lot of great guests coming in for Coffee Club. So make sure you do tune in. We're on to the 14th day of April. Today is Dreams of Reason Feast Day. Dreams of Reasons.
Dreams of Reasons?
Mm-hmm. Of reason. A reason.
Oh, sorry. Dreams of Reason.
Dreams of Reason.
Okay.
Okay. Holy Monday.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. International, is it Laver Bread? Laver Bread Day. It looks like a dessert. Laver Bread. I don't know. Okay. International Moment of Laughter Day. I love laughing. I love that.
Too.
Love to laugh. It's very good. Love laughing. Laughing. What is it? Smiling. Smiling makes me happy. That's what I was trying to.
No, smiling is my favorite.
Yeah. Look up at the sky day.
Okay. So long as the rain holds off, I can do that.
Yeah. I love to look up and see the clouds. Do you? I mean, I like to see the when it's.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do. I like it when it's just like a bright blue with the white and with the yellow rays, right?
Those yellow rays are just shooting down, right?
Yeah, when those yellow rays are coming out and they're showing themselves, I'm here for it.
Yeah, you just keep showing yourself.
That's right.
You're looking so good up there.
I know. I'll check that one out all day long.
Ooh, National Dolphin Day. Love dolphins. Love them. Love them. Love them. Actually saw them a few weeks ago. Actually swimming in the ocean, and that was pretty cool. I was in the ocean, but they were not around me. But I could see them out there playing. But I was hoping they'd come closer. But
yeah, I in the Bahamas, I swam with dolphins. That was quite. I mean, that was fun. Give them high fives and just do all the things with them. It was a lot of fun.
I did too, and they're a different texture. Their body's like a different. It's like a cool, almost like a rubbery feel.
I always am like, if I ever get stuck out in the ocean, I feel like a dolphin would help me.
I feel like
I don't know if that's true or not, but
we'd like to think
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
In my head, the dolphin's going to come save me.
They would. I think they would. No doubt. They have your back. They have your back. Soon as,
away from all the sharks.
Absolutely.
Like, because in my head, I'm so curious. I need like an expert, like a marine person.
I think they would.
Like, I need the expert to tell me though, like, that if in the event, and I don't even know why, I am ever like dropped in the middle of the ocean, like, is it likely there will be sharks? Like, are sharks just everywhere? Or like,
I think
or are there parts where like, no, like it's actually like they're like only in a third of the ocean, or like,
I don't know that they could. Well, just like I don't know that 100% that they could predict that, because I think they're just going to pop up where they want to, unless I guess if you. They would be attracted. I don't know. I don't have the answers.
I need to know, like, if in the event, like, is it like probably
possible?
likely?
Yeah,
like,
I would think there would be one.
Okay,
around.
am I gonna drown or the shark gonna get me first?
I would say the shark.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm being honest. That's my fear. I don't know of them. I don't know. Unless there's a happy dolphin.
That's why this is why I need the dolphin. But the dolphins are becoming like more rare.
Well, we just need to promote dolphins, right?
Somehow we got to get more dolphins in that ocean.
We need some more dolphins. Yeah,
we gotta fill that ocean up.
Absolutely.
With dolphins.
I agree.
Do sharks kill dolphins?
Yes, they do. No, dolphins kill sharks.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they take them. You obviously have not watched Shark Week. Yeah, a dolphin will kill a shark.
No, I do not.
Dolphin, I put my money on a dolphin every day.
I kind of like the ocean a little
because
bit.
I feel like
water.
I feel like dolphins are just
myself out because I already have these irrational fears on other things.
Okay, this is what I feel. This is Becky White's take. Okay, I feel like the dolphins are just little happy guys or girls. Happy, and here comes a mean shark. And I feel like because they take their snout or their nose and they ram them, and so yeah, dolphins kill sharks. Yes, and they won't put up with it. If there was one that wanted to protect you, I'd every day put my money on the dolphin. Yeah.
I feel like some research is going to happen.
No, the Dolphins will win. Yeah, the Dolphins gonna win.
Unless they get
Sharks
like,
are just like I don't really know. I
unless
mean,
they get like
I
ganged
don't.
up on.
I feel like the Sharks are just like
Do sharks travel in packs?
no, not normally. They're kind of lone wolves. Dolphins are the ones that are in a pack. That's why the pack of dolphins would be more.
Would help me.
Listen, I am not the expert on any of this. Okay,
I know.
I've watched
I
Shark Week every week. I dabble. I do read different things on them, but I don't know 100%.
I just
Am
feel
I-
like that I will like. I like the water, so I don't want to like watch something to scare myself even more.
Well, then they don't even get me started with shark versus alligator.
Oh, I ain't doing no alligator. Right.
I'm just telling you.
Would you rather
that's a
be attacked
possibility.
by a shark or an alligator?
Well, first of all, none. Okay, but I would think the shark over the alligator. Alligators, they just chomp and they got you. Chomp.
But wouldn't that be a good thing?
No, because no.
Oh, you think the shark will take like a bite and be like, no thanks?
Yeah. Oh, shark ate. We don't want that because we don't taste. They're not. Well, they don't want our taste.
I thought it was blood that attracted them.
Yeah, but I don't think they would. They were. I think they're just. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm not
in a
bleeding yet.
landlocked state. Can we have a professional
Yeah, I know.
call
Somebody.
us
This
and
is
let
horrible.
us know all the things?
You know. Well, just like that one guy said the other day. He said sharks don't want anything to do with us. The whole.
Okay, so then
concept.
if I am dropped in the middle of the ocean, like a shark's not going to eat me, so I am more likely to drown.
I don't know what to worry on a Monday, the 14th day of April, is worried about because I don't see that
I will
happening.
own up
but
to irrational fears.
yeah,
okay?
I think that's just yeah.
I got a whole.
I think you
got a
can let
whole
your
book
head
of
down on the
them.
pill tonight. Okay, all
I
right.
got a book of them.
Okay, so National Dolphin Day. Hats off to the dolphins out there.
Hats
Love
off
them.
the dolphins are going to
Love
save me
that.
when I
Love,
get dropped
love,
in the middle
love,
of the
yeah.
ocean randomly.
They're all about it. National Grits Day.
Shrimp grits.
Grits. She actually shows it on a burrito.
Ew.
I don't know.
Like a breakfast burrito?
Well, it looks like. Well, actually, okay. It says National Grits Day, and it shows. I guess those are grits on underneath, but they show shrimp and a burrito. I don't know.
Ooh,
Did you put like Greta?
grits?
Yeah, I guess it would be. I wouldn't be upset about that.
Okay.
National Pecan Day,
Ooh.
or some people call it pecan. Pecan. I don't know.
Pecan. I love me a good old pecan pie. I love me a good old chocolate covered pecan.
I feel like our family, like when there's a pecan pie, like it goes. Everybody, when the pecan pie enters the room.
It's so good. But also, what is that? Those roasted pecans. Yum.
Don't even. Yeah.
Yum.
Pan American Day, and it shows like the big Earth, like panning America, I guess. Okay. Reach as high as you can day. Reach. You know, if you're doing your stretches this morning, reach as high as you can.
Reach.
Stretch.
That's a good one.
It might be a stretch.
Yeah, Monday is. Whew,
Monday is a stretch.
Monday is here.
Definitely a stretch for sure. All right, so getting ready for Easter, and we will have actually this is cool. We will have coming up on. Let me make sure I get the day right. It'll be the Lutheran mission will be on Thursday, talking about, and they would tell the Easter story. So that's going to be exciting for sure. All right, I'm just talking about Easter coming up. This is also tax day is tomorrow.
Oh yes, it is.
Love that. And a ton of people are still working on them. Did you get your taxes done this weekend? A ton of people were still working on them.
I thought you were asking me.
No, no, this is okay. A poll taken on Friday found 2/3 of Americans had already filed or don't need to this year. Everyone else still had their calculators out.
What does that mean? Don't need to this year?
I know. That's what I do.
I don't know what that
Let's
means.
find that out. Okay, hang on. Okay, 16% are still working on them. Okay. Taxes. Okay, hang on. 16% are still working on them. Another 9% haven't started yet. And 9% more said they weren't sure if their taxes were done yet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
People in their 20s were more likely to say they hadn't done them yet because, of course, Okay. I don't know why they say of course. Around
No.
half of people said that
What?
they find taxes stressful, while half of them don't think it's that bad. But one thing everyone agrees on is that they don't want to pay more. Only 3% of Americans think they pay less than their fair share in taxes. 30% said they pay more than their fair share of taxes. So taxes are due tomorrow. Now, how is that? Is you as long as they're stamped, like is that right? Like if you mail them in, as long as they have a stamp on them by that date, then you're fine, right?
I think so. But you can also do them online.
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
if you don't want to mail them in, you can do them online.
right. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or you can find an accountant.
Somebody get them done. You have to.
Find an accountant. I mean, you can do them online.
Something's got to happen quickly. Okay.
I think I have done all the ways. Okay, I have not mailed them in. I have done them online myself.
Well, next year do that. Make that your goal. Mail them in just to do something different.
Um,
Are you nervous about that?
no,
Okay.
nothing makes me nervous about it. I just, it's one of those things that it's time consuming, and I want to make sure it's done right. And so I just have somebody that knows what they're doing to it.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I've decided that like that's my best girl. I'm like, I have filed my own, I've done my own, I have done somebody else's online, I've done that, and then I have found a professional, and I leave it to the professional.
Yeah, it's. I think it gets a little scary in the fact that if you miss something, you know what I mean. And I feel like the professionals just, you know, got it down. That's their beat, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just prefer it that way because they know so much more about
That's what I mean.
certain breaks
Yeah.
that you're not aware of and stuff like that.
Well, and you don't want to do anything wrong.
Well, I think it's funny. Have you seen the meme that's like when they talk about the American tax system, and it's like they say to the federal government, like, if you know how much we owe you, why can you not just bill us? Or if you know how much you owe us, like, why can you not just send it to us?
Just
Because
send us
like
a check.
at this point, like I'm sitting here gambling. Here you go.
Yeah.
Like you know whether it's right or wrong. So
Yeah.
just tell me. And so I think that's funny.
That is funny. Yeah.
But yeah, so
That's a different way to look at it too, isn't it? I mean, really, think about it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you know already,
Yeah, then
just tell me.
Just take care of it. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, we're going to switch gears here. Scientists have found a trick to help you hear better in loud bars. I think even if you don't want to talk about a bar, but like loud restaurants. Have you ever gone like to some restaurants and like things are quieter, and then other restaurants it's just like a loud atmosphere?
Yes. 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 I don't know. I'm also though, I think I'm a little sensitive to hearing. And I think that I don't know, it's because since I had kids, but I am just like everything to me is so loud. And I'm just like, like that's really loud. And then like sometimes even like my kids will recognize it too in restaurants though too. Sometimes be like, why is it so loud in here? I'm like, I don't know.
Because everybody's talking and laughing.
Well, it could be talking or sometimes their music. I have been in places where their music is just so loud.
Right.
And it's like, I just want to eat and be able to mingle a little bit.
Well, you can't talk over it sometimes. It's so loud.
Yeah, not that I don't, not that I'm complaining. Like, I don't know.
Are you complaining?
Like I want some music, but like just kind of in the background. I don't want it to be the main event. Like I'm not trying to sing to the person I'm with.
Are you not doing karaoke there at the table?
No, I am not. No, especially with food in my mouth. No, thank you.
No. Well, I think that that's part of it. So I think you have to, different restaurants have different vibes. I guess that's it. If that's the vibe you want, that's fine. But did you hit a bar this weekend that was so loud?
I did not.
That you could barely hear your friends talk?
I did not hit.
No.
I don't even know.
So I don't think it has to be a bar. I think it could be a restaurant. Here's something that might help next time. So let's say, I know they're saying bar, but let's say even a loud restaurant or area there, right? Okay. A new study found a simple trick can help you hear better when there's a lot of background noise.
Oh, this is great.
Try tapping your finger. Did you hear
what?
Did that pick up on my microphone? Tapping your finger, okay? Researchers in France, here we go with France, okay?
Okay.
Tested people's hearing by having them listen to someone talk. but made it harder by adding background noise. For some reason, they could pick up more words to each sentence when they tapped their finger. It's like follow the bouncing ball. It worked if they tapped along to a beat or a rhythm at their own pace. Would you please pass the ketchup? Did you hear me?
I don't know about that. I think the tapping would be more
Do
like
you need
stop
a napkin?
Stop tapping.
Do you need a napkin? I wonder if you tap to the waiter. I need more water.
I would find that socially rude.
Please.
I don't think you should tap to the waiter.
What if they would think you're mad? I mean, right? I mean, like if I'm sitting here tapping out,
you were definitely going.
I
back
tapped out
and
like
talked
that's
about
funny
in the
stuff.
kitchen.
Okay, huh?
You're definitely going back and getting talked about in the kitchen.
Oh, you know it. There might be additives to your food. Yeah. Can you imagine like if you were like tapping, like I don't know. It almost
the
seems
tapping would be more of a. I'd rather hear music than tapping.
Yeah. I think that I would look at someone if they were talking to me and they were tapping. I'd be like, what are you doing here? What? What's going on?
Like I said, I think I'd hyper focus on the tapping and like being like, what are you doing? Versus what they're saying at that
what
point.
are we doing here? Okay, for some reason, they could pick up more words. Okay, each sentence. Okay, they think that it just comes down to. Wait, hold on. For some reason, they could pick up more words in each sentence when they tapped their finger. It worked if they tapped along to a beat or a rhythm or their own pace. Okay, they think it comes down to their own brains are wired that way. The part that controls fine motor functions is somehow intertwined with the part that controls hearing. Now, okay, I do say that because I know that, like, I remember when you're teaching a child to read, a lot of times, like rhythm, they talk about rhythm, like, they said like jump ropes, like a jump rope, the rhythms on reading. I don't know if that works. I know we're not talking about reading, we're talking about talking, but maybe hearing too. I don't know.
What is the thing about the jump rope? What?
No, like when
jump rope and reading.
Yeah, like the rhythm of the like jumping, like okay, like when you jump rope, I don't
With
know.
A book in your hand?
No. Okay, you're jump roping and you got that rhythm, and then they said that helps on reading.
So if you're a jump roper,
your teacher said that. Let me just tell you that.
Okay, I'm asking. So you're a jump roper.
Yeah, you're jump roping. Like when you learn to jump rope, like you got a rhythm.
Yes,
and then when you're reading, you've got a rhythm. They say that.
Oh, you're using like a metaphor here.
Yeah, like a.
Okay.
Like to.
So the rhythm, like you would in a jump rope, you're saying you would have
like if you're like to reading. Learn to teach a child to do jump rope, also helps them learn to read. And the fact that they learn that rhythm, they're learning rhythm. It made sense when she said it. Well, you guys are successful. Okay. I don't know.
I do know how to read.
Yeah. There you go.
I do know how to jump rope.
Okay. There you go. Okay. There it's so. And there it is so. Do I say any more? No. Drop the microphone. Know how to do both of those. Okay. There you go. You're welcome. All right. You're welcome.
I will have to work on my kids' jump roping.
There you go. Let's do some jump roping here. No, they say that okay. They say tapping or moving to a melody can help your brain tune out all the background noise. So the next time you can't hear because the music is too loud, try tapping your foot to see if it helps. Now I can see that. I can see people. I see that maybe more so tapping your foot than tapping your finger. And their finger, it might be a gesture of demand or something like that. But a foot, I've seen people tapping their foot and don't think anything of it, right?
I might, like I said, if I hear it, I might hyper focus on.
I really want to try this now. I think I'm going to go somewhere loud. And
I've already got
our house. Wait, hold on. Easter. That'll be our Easter. I'm going to try this at our Easter because that'll be loud when everybody's at Easter. Yeah, I'm going to try that and see how it goes. What? Okay. Oh yeah, you going to try it before that?
I don't have any plans to do that. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to try it because maybe I will. Maybe I'll test it out, but I don't know.
Don't you want to know?
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I already have sensitive hearing as it is, so like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. To be continued.
Okay. Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that and hold that. We'll be back.
TBD.
We'll be back.
To be determined.
Next Monday, when we gather around the campfire, we will discuss what we came up with, whether tapping or if it helped or didn't help. Okay. Work either
everybody's on the edge of their seats.
Thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay. All right. Here's some a lot of people are traveling. A lot going on. Actually, spring has sprung and opening up. And a lot of people had spring break they went on. A lot of people are back from spring break. A lot of people are going on before too long in a few weeks, maybe family vacations or work vacations or workcations or whatever. So here are some of the strangest things they have found in unclaimed baggage over the past year. I can tell you I have a story about that. Okay. It's not uncommon for an airline to lose your luggage. I've only had that a couple of times.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but I have yet to have them lose my luggage.
I did have, okay. Okay, I'm going to put a pin in that one for a second. Okay, I was coming back from New Orleans, and I got this huge bottle of olives. They the muffaladas have got this olive sauce that they put in the sandwich, okay? And it's hard to find that sauce. So they bubble wrapped it. They bubble wrapped it over and over and over, and it was like a big old jar, hopefully going to be okay. Well, it busted. And let me just tell you, olive juice all over your clothing, it's not a good thing, okay?
Hang on. The fact that you are shocked by that?
No, I thought it would make it. I thought it would make it because it was bubble wrapped so good. I had to. I couldn't. I didn't know. I get really confused. That happens. That line says. I say that line a lot. I get really confused. I didn't think I could take it through. I didn't think I could take that one through security. I didn't know if that would go through security. My big olive. It was an olive. What do you call it? Jar. A jar of olives. Like it was a olive sauce. Yeah, unopened, but but it had like juice in it, liquid in it. So I didn't know if they would let me, I didn't want to get up there and then make me throw it away. So I thought so we talked about it at the actual restaurant. And they said, if you bubble wrap it, put it in between your clothes, you should be fine.
Maybe you would have had a hard shell
luggage. It broke. I don't remember what my luggage was at the time, but I do know that it broke and olive juice. But here's the good news. I bring good news. It was on my way home. So like I was going home. It wasn't like if I'd got there and
well, if you would have packed olive juice to go to New Orleans, I would have already had some problems.
Would that have been weird?
A little bit. I wonder if you could have like shipped it to yourself.
Well, so I called them to get another one, and they actually, fun fact, remembered me, and they said, and I said that it had busted, and so they sent me a new one. They shipped it.
All along, they could have just
shipped it. Yeah, I should have shipped my pants. I should have shipped my pants. Yeah, if you want the olive and you want the olive, it's an olive spread that goes on the sandwich, and you want to bring it to Indiana or Kentuckiana, whatever you want to call us in the area, and you have to have it shipped. Yeah, leave it to the professionals. Don't try to ship it yourself.
I think I
ship my olives.
Probably suggested that.
Yeah, note to self. But anyway, so that's my luggage. Okay, so
I don't have a luggage
story.
I don't know.
Now, and I do have another luggage story.
I can tell when they've been through my luggage.
Yeah,
I can definitely tell that.
Yeah. Now I have another luggage story where they busted my luggage, and they got me another actually suitcase, but it actually was better, but I didn't tell them that was necessary. I was just going to tape it. You got any duct tape? We can, I can fix this. Okay. You don't have to get me a new one, but they did. And so that was nice. I'm not saying that it always happens. But yeah, they did get me a new suitcase, and better than the one I had, obviously. But I was going to just pull out some. If they had some duct tape, we could have made that work.
Like I said, I have yet to have
Any luggage problems.
any
Those are really
luggage
just my only two. I think there was one time, I don't remember if my luggage got lost for just a little bit, but it was found. I did leave something, and I did leave a bag, and it was right there. So not a.
Nope, I haven't done that either. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a seasoned traveler that they're like, oh, don't bust her luggage.
Don't do that. Don't be doing
No, I'm
that.
just
Don't be
kidding.
doing
I don't
that.
know. No, I haven't. I've been lucky, I guess, to not have any luggage horror stories.
Well, it's not uncommon for an airline to lose your luggage temporarily. Okay. 99.5% of the time, they are able to figure out what happened, reroute it to the correct destination, and get it back to you. Now, that was something. Okay, now hang on. We did have this. So our luggage, okay, was on the plane, and then it actually they put it on the other plane. Well, the other plane, and so we didn't touch the luggage. Whenever you're doing what's it, layover, or not layover, when you're going from one to the other, what's that called?
It's a layover.
Layover. Okay, so we had the layover. So it went on. Well, the plane didn't go because of the weather. So when we actually landed in Louisville the next day, our luggage was waiting on us. So that was that was not a mishap. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought as much luggage as they deal with, they kept all of our luggage, you know what I mean, like in the area, so we didn't have to try to find it. I mean, I thought to me that was pretty cool, because I kept thinking, what about our luggage? And they were like, they'll take care of it, and they did. So I thought that was cool. That's just
figure it out.
Yeah, they do. They've got it figured out. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm giving them praise on that. There are rare instances when the airline never connects the dots on where the bag is supposed to be. The website Unclaimed Baggage issued an annual found report. Okay, so they do a found report. They list the strangest things that were found in someone's lost luggage over the past year. Here are the highlights. Okay, number 1, a frozen dried chicken foot.
What? I would accidentally lose that one too.
What would you be doing with that? A frozen? No, not frozen. Excuse me, a freeze-dried chicken foot. What would you do a freeze-dried chicken foot for? Would that be something you'd be bringing back to your dog? Would that be like a pet thing?
I don't know.
Or do they make soup with chicken feet? A freeze-dried chicken foot.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I know nothing about that.
Okay, now this is cool. A movie script from the 1985 movie The Goonies.
Well, that's cool.
That's really cool. And that was found last year. That was actually last year that they found that.
So somebody was reading it?
A movie script. I bet they bought it. Either a movie script from the 1985 movie, The Goonies, they would have had to bought it unless they, yeah, I guess they probably yeah.
But they're reading it like on the plane, probably.
Well, unclaimed baggage, so it would have been in their baggage.
Oh.
It'd have been in their baggage.
They read it on the beach.
Maybe they bought it, brought it home, and put it in their bags. And okay, I bet they're going to want that back. Okay, number 3.
Well, don't you think they would have already?
Maybe so.
Maybe is it still unclaimed? I wonder.
I don't know.
Or has it been claimed by now?
I'm going to guess they probably claimed it, right?
I don't know.
Now that's pretty cool though. Number 3, a 3D printer. A 3D printer. Can you imagine that?
What? An unclaimed 3D printer? Was it broken?
I don't know. It didn't say that. They unclaimed baggage. Here it is, an unclaimed baggage. Somebody ought to be claiming that. I wonder if they keep it after so long. Do they just get it? Keep them? I don't know.
Discard.
Yeah. Number 4, a Turkish ceremony wedding hairdress. Can you imagine how sad that would be for the person getting married? Right?
Well,
or maybe they had already got married, used it, and then they were they were coming and they just put it back in their luggage to go back home when, right?
Well, they bought a new one.
Maybe a new and a
Or
better
something
one,
didn't work
maybe.
out and they don't care anymore.
Ooh, never thought of that. Boy, there's all kinds of stories that could be to that.
Don't know.
Didn't happen.
Don't know.
Okay, these are, for those tuning in, these are unclaimed baggage found report. Number 5, a toilet seat. You think somebody like took that from their hotel room or something?
I don't know. That is something.
Can you imagine how much, like, they weigh those things? I mean, because your toilet seat would weigh. I mean, that would, like, with your other
I
stuff.
don't know what the point of that would be.
They just really were fond of that toilet seat. I don't know. You think?
Would it be like evidence from a crime scene that they took on the plane?
Ooh, that's really, yeah. Or maybe, maybe they had one of those oval toilets and they found an oval toilet seat and they were bringing that home because it was something that they couldn't find around. I don't know.
The one and only toilet seat that they needed. And they
This is the one.
Forget
This is it. Number 6, a teeth bedazzling set. So like bling for your teeth.
Mm.
An unclaimed baggage. Okay.
I think I'd leave that behind.
Number 7. Oh, this is kind of different. A glass eye. Can you imagine opening that up and a glass eye?
Fake glass eye?
It says a glass eye. I don't think they have fake glass eyes, or do they?
I guess pretend. I don't know.
Can you imagine if somebody took out their glass eye for the trip home? Or maybe the trip there and just was resting, had a patch and was just resting. I packed that glass eye somewhere.
I know I did. When they got home, I don't know. Maybe they had backup. Do you have backup glass?
I don't know. Well, at least it wasn't broken. It wasn't a shattered glass eye. Number 8, a full sheet of uncut $2 bills. How would one have access to uncut $2 bills? How would you have access to a full sheet of uncut $2 bills? How would one have access to that?
Are they real? Are they fake? I don't know.
Okay. A figurine of Santa on a log with a pumpkin.
What?
Oh, I think that was yours. I think that was something that you had, and I think that you need to go claim your Santa on a log with a pumpkin.
Oh, I've been wanting that back.
I knew that. I knew you had lost that. And now, is that fall decoration or is that Christmas decoration? Or is that just
above?
All of the
You're gonna
it covers all the bases. Yeah. Add a little 4th of July flag and you've got it going on.
Oh, you know what? Somebody should make something like that. Like if you
everything.
Like literally everything, starting from a
bunny rabbit,
New Year's to a clover or nope, you forgot the hearts.
Oh,
Cupid. You gotta do Cupid. Like
Santa could have a heart like on his chest. Oh my goodness, we could just design this.
Yeah.
This could be like a all seasons. Let's title it All Seasons. We have you covered.
For the minimalists out
That's right. We have you one and done.
Decorate.
Set it out. It's done.
You do not have to decorate every season.
I love this. We're onto this right now.
That's right.
So this is a Santa on a log with a pumpkin. I love that. Okay.
I have to go find that.
I wonder. Yeah, I know. I think that's probably gonna be something. I wonder what kind of Santa it is. I wonder if he looks like an old fashioned Santa or like a new Santa, or like is he like? I just wonder what Santa looks like.
Who cares? He's on a log with a pumpkin.
I know. Need we say more?
I mean, that's all you need.
Oh, this is really cool, and I would be very, very sad if I lost this. So hopefully somebody claimed it. A letter signed by Eleanor Roosevelt back in 1944. Can you imagine?
Oh, that's sad.
Why would you not have that on your carry-on? I would have that close to me, wouldn't you? Maybe it had to lay. Maybe they had to lay.
I wouldn't travel with it. I mean, there would have to be a specific reason as to why I'd be traveling with it.
Yeah.
That's really sad. They need to get that.
Well, I hope they did. I'm hoping they did. It does not say that they have recovered it, or maybe here on the bottom it will, but I haven't got there yet. I haven't pre-read this. Number 11, a preserved rattlesnake in a jar of whiskey.
Nope.
Again, that's like my pickle, or not pickle, my olive jar. It could go everywhere. And a rattlesnake, I mean, it's died. I mean, it's dead. It's preserved in a jar of whiskey. Yuck.
Nope.
Number 12, an antique French book of performing exorcisms.
Okay. Nope.
No. Number 14, silicone bottom pads, butt pads. Okay, these are things that they found. Let's see. I'm making sure. Number 16, a steel Roman soldier hat. Now that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
It's made of steel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That would be really cool. Yeah. I bet somebody's gonna claim that. A 6-string portable pocket guitar.
Okay.
A 6-string portable pocket guitar. Didn't know that they had such a thing. These are kind of cool. A silicone pregnancy belly. What's the story with that? I would have to know. Okay, before you claim it, I need to know the story.
Maybe somewhere, hopefully. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know. I would really want to know the story. If they came to unclaimed baggage to claim that.
I don't know about
Okay,
that.
number 19. Now this is cool. I hope someone got this. The glow in the dark drumsticks. You know, I have all kinds of drumsticks here, and
The glow in the dark drumsticks.
yeah, I don't have any glow in the dark. I feel like I'm like missing out on that.
You are missing out.
I know. I feel bad about that. I need some glow in the dark ones. The glow in the dark drumsticks. Okay, number 20. A toilet brush shaped like a cherry. I wonder if it was used or not. That would be the.
That's
That would be
disgusting.
the. Well, I mean,
Ain't nobody
right?
know.
I mean,
Come
this is unclaimed. I don't know if it was used or not, but I would think that it would be brand new. Maybe somebody was bringing it home for a gift for somebody, right? That would talk about practical, very practical, and like a cherry. Or maybe they took it from the hotel. You think there's a hotel that has like a toilet brush with it, like a cherry, maybe?
Well, I don't really know a whole lot of toilet or hotels have toilet bowl brushes in their room.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, could it be, right? Right?
I don't know. That'd be a different one. But there is Airbnb these days, and do I see someone have one on their Airbnb?
Oh,
absolutely.
Well, there you go. That would be, there you go. The Airbnb would be the one, right?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. All right. So, also, how do you text? Do you text the word? This is just the word thanks, THX instead of thanks.
I don't ever text the word thanks. I always text the word thanks you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Well, a new survey.
Thanks, like, depending on who you're talking to, depending on what it's about. Like, I just always say thank you.
Well,
but however, if I was to text the word thanks, it would definitely be ANKS. Like, there's no X.
okay. Right. I gotcha. Okay. Well, a new survey found 90% of Americans say they regularly use abbreviations in their daily messages. But a study found that making text too short makes people feel like you're being brushed off. Let's be honest, it's not an era of this is not the era of peak language. Everyone is constantly looking for ways to write, read, and speak less with fewer actual words. Why is that? That is true. That is true. Why are we doing that? Why are we acting that way?
Lazy.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I text both types of people. I text people that shorten words. I text people that use great punctuation and spell out all the words. I try to be more of that person. I also think it's great to kind of test your knowledge on as far as spelling and stuff. Like, I like knowing, like, ooh, did I spell that right? Or, like, just confirming. And, like, I mean, I use my phone sometimes to even, like, if I'm trying to spell a specific word, or I'm trying,
sure.
like, I will type it out to see.
Uh-huh.
I prefer it that way. Like I said, I text though people that shorten it. I mean, they use the word you, or when they say the word you.
Or what about K? Like K. You know, when someone texts me K, it's like, what?
I don't know. K. I know some people get really sensitive to the word K. It doesn't bother me. I don't get it. Like a lot of people don't. Like I don't really. Like usually I do get the OK versus a K.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
We couldn't do an O.
Like, but I don't get K a whole lot. Maybe back in the day, maybe years ago, I would get a K, but I don't get really a K. But if I did, I don't think it would bother me.
I don't know that it'd bother me, but well, I might just.
I think I'd be like,
no time. You really are that busy.
okay.
You're that busy that there couldn't have popped up an O.
I mean, I'm a big because you can't tell the tone with the text.
Oh, that's the worst.
So
I know.
I'm a big like LOLer and ha-ha when it's not funny. It's just like trying to be like, hey, like I'm trying to be kind whenever I'm sending you this. I don't want you to take it the wrong way. So I'm a big, and I've been like that for years. Like I'm a big LOLer and ha-ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's be honest. It's not okay. So, but I think it's funny that saying about the like our language. No one's working on better ways. I mean, like we're always trying, or I feel like, or I personally here, always trying to work on myself to get better because I need a lot of that. But I feel like, why is it that we're not working on our writing or our reading?
I don't know. English teachers everywhere are like, yes.
Well, yeah. The question, yes, please do ask that question, right? Because why are we not? We're not doing that though. Do you think we'll ever turn around and maybe do that? I don't know.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, it all depends. Like, I mean, it goes back to like writing, like pencil and pen writing, right? Because when you're on your phone, it autocorrects. Whenever you are on the computer, like it notifies you, hey, this is wrong. So, I mean, I think it goes back to, are we handwriting? Like, I mean, you know, that's the true test.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, just like I said, okay, so there's a very little writing, what you just said. Really doing texting and those messages are a mixed short abbreviations, slang, and emojis that can look like you're trying to solve a puzzle. I mean, because like sometimes like people will send emojis, you know what I mean? Like just
I'm trying to figure out like what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's just like a winky face or like.
Well, like sometimes like if someone asks me a question and I'm trying to find the answer, like I'll send like an emoji like thinking, you know what I mean? And then I'll get a question mark. What? I'm thinking and nothing's happening.
Maybe you should be like, I do maybe like a like an
yeah.
Or let me think on that, or let me get
I probably should do that instead of that emoji. But I like the emoji's like looking like he's thinking.
Yeah,
you know
but
I mean,
also it kind of
I'm going to get a photo of the thinker. You know that statue, the thinker. I'm thinking and nothing's happening over here. So hang on.
But it kind of also might depend on like who you're texting and what age you're texting as well.
Well, that's true. Because I don't think a lot of younger generation would know exactly the statute of the thinker.
I was going to say the opposite for that. I mean, because I have learned this too. There is, and I know like younger generation is gonna scream at me, but like I'm trying because like it's hard to keep up. But
isn't that funny that you're at the age where you say younger generation?
I know. But like I know, how does that make you feel?
I know, don't even. No, I know.
So,
but I felt that way for a few years over here.
So it's because there's certain emojis that actually mean other things that you don't even know. And the younger generation's like, oh, that's not what that means. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And even say, like
what?
certain things you say anymore, like are just taken differently. Things are they're just different, and it's hard to like keep up. And I'm just like, I don't know if I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in a survey, American texters between the ages of 18 to 65, 90% say they regularly use abbreviations in their daily messages. 84% think that those shortcuts are a good thing and they have a positive effect when received.
The GIFs are my favorite. I don't get me wrong, I like a good emoji, but the GIFs are my favorite.
The GIFs?
The GIFs or the
GIFs. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I got you. Okay, I was like, oh, I do too. I love those. And but there's people that do not like those.
If
Let
I
me
could
just
send
tell
me a
you.
good old
No,
friends
I didn't
or
know that.
office or something,
Okay,
I respond. In fact, I've had a full conversation in those before.
okay, me too. I like them too, but there's people that do not like them, and they actually, I can name names of people that have told me that they're not crazy about those, and I think they're, I love
think
them.
they're fun.
I do too. Okay, according to a new survey study, you can actually like a brush off message. You can actually feel like a brush off messages are too short because it seems like the texter didn't put any effort in writing the message. They're talking about stuff like PLZ, please, SRY, sorry, TY, thank you, or IDK, I don't know.
I might IDK some.
And it says, here's what they're asking for: please, sorry, thank you, or I don't know. Please say that instead of the PLZ, SRY, TY, or ID.
Words matter.
Words are, well, you think about it. Exactly, they do. And if the message isn't understood right away, it can be confusing or upsetting. That's true for everyone: strangers, families, and friends on social media, and new connections on dating apps. The researchers say this doesn't mean you should stop using common abbreviations like LOL, but taking more time to make your message feel more sincere. Oh, I love that. And express that the value of that person on the other end, even if it's spelling out words.
I get that way, I think, with I love you. Like, thanks and like stuff like that doesn't bother me. IDK doesn't bother me, but I love you. Like, people anymore are like, love you, LUV, and like a U or something. And I'm like, do you?
Well, I think people that say like the LUV love. There used to be like I don't know, Ziggy, or was a character, a cartoon character, love, or LUV, and I think that's for someone that doesn't really want to say love yet. I think that's a way of people saying what they want to say but not saying it. Does that make sense?
The D envious the heck.
I don't know. I think because be like maybe like in, I don't know, like when you want it, like I don't know. I always felt like that was like a buffer in between the real word love. It's like when somebody says that LUV,
you still like, you mean text it out because you still pronounce it the same.
but like, well, yeah, like I just feel like that's like a buffer in between instead of saying love. I've always felt like that's like that.
You say like, oh, I like you,
or like
thank you.
Wait, I can't say it. Love. Am I saying it right? Love. It's not love. Love you. Or no. How would you say the LUV? Love.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like that's always like a buffer instead of like if somebody says that.
Who
I feel like I feel like that's like a, because they don't want to say love.
That's just honesty is
like,
best policy.
Okay, like let's go back to Happy Days. Fonzarelli could not say I'm sorry, so he or I know I was wrong. That was it. I was wrong. He couldn't say I was wrong, so that was something. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's Monday. I don't know. I don't know. But like, there's certain people that maybe can't say love you, and then instead of that, they do the L.
Are you saying that like they can't like physically say
no,
it?
they can physically. It's that awkwardness. They don't know how the other person's feeling. It's like the first time that someone tells you you love them, and then they don't say it back.
Listen, I watched the episode of Reba whenever the guy told her that he loved her, and she accidentally said it back, and then she eventually told him like, hey, like, no.
It's not there. I just had to say it back.
I don't love you.
That's funny.
So I'm just like, that's
a whole nother show.
Like,
we start talking about that.
You shouldn't say I love you to somebody that you don't love. I get that because it's false, false pretense, false, you're showing them
false advertising.
Yeah. But
yeah,
like, and oh, I really like you.
You are great. How about you're great?
Or thank you.
You are really good.
Thank you so much for loving me. That's awesome.
Yes.
I feel so loved.
It's not you, it's me.
I mean, I understand at that point it takes a downhill spiral if you say that, but also like
All right, we got to
It's a
get
lot
out
of
of here.
pressure. It's
All
a lot
right,
of pressure.
I do
All right.
love talking about this, but we got to get out of here.
Let's
Okay,
thank
let's thank our sponsors.
Yes, let's thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox for Lee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Marshall Monuments, McAllister Land Consulting, First Harrison Bank, the Louisville Bats, Schneck Hospital, and Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
All right, best Monday ever.
That's right. Happy Monday.